A current world. Not everything is perfect. Not all is right. Not everything improves at the speed we would like. But things are better. And better is good. The world has never been healthier, more educated, more tolerant, less violent. Barack Obama. Climate change, the war in Syria, Islamist terrorist hunger, Trump, the threat of North Korea, the refugee crisis. Every day we are bombarded with dozens of news that can make us think that the world is going to go under. The news in the different media has become, over time, an overwhelming reading for unfolded events that happen in the world. As these events happen, we can highlight others that may not be so relevant to a media outlet that needs to sell and is focused on other types of things, such as equality for women, less violence, fewer children die, more life expectancy, and less hunger. Issues like these are left aside, but if we go back a few years, we can see the dimension of what they have achieved. Equality for women is an issue that has been improving for 100 years, because at that time they were not allowed to vote in almost all the world, except for small groups. Today, unlike this, there are very few which are not allowed. Although we are a society ruled by machismo, we don't have to go far back. In 1975, in Spain, they were not allowed to take out bank accounts without authorization for a man. We have improved. For example, in Colombia it's the first time that we have an elected female vice president, even if she does not agree to his government policies. I am happy for this step we are taking as a society. As the praise of Obama says, we are slow but improving. Although this is positive, we must improve on issues such as military training of women, wage equality, and the most important thing is that we are a society governed by respect for that being special that is a woman. When you see the news, you can repress and see that the world is in a global crisis on the verge of destruction. But the reality is that we are in one of the less violent times in history. We have a lower homicide statistics since 1300. War kills less people now. But since not everything is good, and remembering the phrase of Obama, the increase in terrorism as this time is the black month and that green month, since the statistics on death left by terrorist attacks are the worst in history. Since it was now about this new war system worthy of an intellectually mind dedicated to the evil of society. The war in Middle is in most delicate point, and this moment, although is very difficult to end soon for the interests of powerful countries, the figure will continue to increase. Perhaps it's one of most striking news. some 120 million children's lives have been saved since 1919, mainly thanks to vaccines. That year more than 20 million children under 5 died. In 2016, they were less than half, but there is still a large number of deaths that show that there is still a lot of work to be done. Around 20% of the world's children do not receive immunization, mainly due to the complication of keeping the cold chain in remote areas. In our country are not encouraging new because it's a vitally important issue. But for our government it's not, because of corruption and detriment of public spending. In departments like the Guajira have been abandoned by the state and do not cope with the basic necessities to life, as is the water. We see daily children die close to their bones due to the lack of drinking water and food. There are few things that be cultivated, since they are located in arid lands. The evolution of medicine has made life expectancy grow to levels that in ancient times little was believed. In time past, life expectancy was around 32 years. It was advancing little by little as the vacancies were being created. We increased it up to 52 years with the appearance of hygiene and treatments. We have reached an aggregate age of 72 years, more than half of what our ancestors could have lived. A few days ago, FAO gave the world bad news. Hunger rebounded for the first time in the last 15 years. But this data doesn't stop being an obstacle in a race that had been progressing reasonably well for years. Today, 11% of the population is hungry, compared to almost 15% in 2005. Malnutrition in children under 5 years points to a much more positive trend, although 155 million children still suffer. The reduction since 2005 has been 6 points. But once again, we should not fall into complacency. There is food for everyone, so the figure should be 0%, which is the goal for 2050 within the Sustainable Development Goals. FAO experts do not know if the latest data is a new trend or something specific due to the humanitarian crisis that the world suffers. With this statistic, we confirm again the praise of Obama, where we can see that things improve, but not in the speed that we want, and that unfortunately we continue like this for the interest of money and power. Can we accelerate the way in which we are living in terms of positive uses, which are really important so that it's news of impact in the media? Or will we continue to be distressed by those faithful news that we are sold to daily? Well, are two questions that I am also responding to, and that the truth I try to change, consuming a bit more selective and ethical journalism. with possessing a news, informing my property to find out what is really happening in the world and therefore have the powerful of critical and thorough thinking towards what is happening worldwide. Thank you very much.